right, so you're probably thinking like, man, that was a great pull.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man.
Nothing about that pull for me was great. And in this video, I'm gonna give you all the aftermath of Ford Takeover, not only for my car, but for this whole channel. Stay tuned. All right, what's happening, everybody? It's your boy Ken Sean with the world famous built versus bought. And on today, kind of late doing this video, but I wanted to show you all. At first, I was calling this the truth about Ford Takeover 2024, but it's really the aftermath of Ford Takeover 2024. Now, first, let me start off by saying, man, I'm just gonna give you all a few fun facts about the event. Number one, man, it was a great turnout. Probably the biggest turnout I've seen in the last few years since Caleb has been doing it, and it brought a lot of people out. And it was just great, a good time, great people, and just a great time. Number two, it was hot, steaming hot. But he can't do nothing about that. That had everything to do with God, for lack of better words. But yeah, it was hot, and the reason I want to bring that up is because, man, on that dyno pool, you saw, what was it, about 727 rear wheel horsepower, and that wasn't really good for me. Now, I'm going to show you all some clips of Ford Takeover as I kind of talk through the aftermath of what's going on, what has to happen, and what I have to do moving forward. And so, right now, you can see this was the clip of me going to the actual dyno. And so, shout out to everybody who actually like recorded. Obviously, I couldn't record myself going up to the actual doing the dyno pool. And I was real hesitant about doing the dyno pool because my car hasn't been on a dyno where I actually knew the real numbers. And what do I mean by that? I was in a situation where it was on a dyno, but I never got the true horsepower numbers from the person that was doing the tune. And it's probably a couple reasons why. Reason number one, my clutch was slipping at that time, but I was never told that. Don't know how the clutch started slipping, but I'm not pointing the finger at nobody. Reason number two. So in the beginning of this video, you saw me, and if you pay attention, you start to see the car shake a little bit. And it was in that moment I was at 5,800 RPM where the car started shaking. And it was because in that moment I was running out of injector. Now, shout out to the great people at the Horsepower Factory. The gentleman that I spoke with, man, shout out to you. Thank you so much. He literally hooked the car up to his computer, hooked the Holly up to his computer, and was able to see. Yeah, this is a rolling shot of me and my buddy Mario, but he was able to see for the most part what was going on, and he was able to diagnose that, hey, for the most part, you're running out of injector here, and I need to address that issue. And so that's the reality of the event. But overall, it was a good time. I'm gonna get back into that, but let's focus on this video a little bit. Like right here, you see me and Mario, and that's at B Notch on the 92, at B underscore Notch 92 on IG. And Mario played a big part in helping me build my car back when I was in Chicago. Obviously, I'm not there anymore. I haven't been there for 3 years. So anytime him and I hook up, he's always a great motivator, and he has the most popular notchback in the country and my favorite notchback in the world for me personally. And anytime we get together, it's always a good time. But the reality of this was that it was a hot day. Dyno Pool 727 is cool because we was at like 98 degrees, and still to get 727 is still pretty good, but that's not where I want to be at all. But outside of that, you see the video, you see us with our cars together. Man, it was very dusty out there, so it was hard to keep these cars clean. So, but even in these videos, they still look good, still look great. And then all the other cars that was at the event as well. And so Oh man, I really was able to, like I said, capture a few of these cars, did a few interviews, a few videos on Ford Takeover, but now I'm gonna get into the meat of what I have to do with my car. And then shout out to all the other YouTubers. Danny, Jim was able to catch a couple photos with everybody, but let's get into the meat of what I need to do with my car. So, with that being said, in my hand, as you're looking through these photos, as you will see in my hand, if you can see this, these are ID 1050s that is in my hand right now. This is also a spark plug. So if I have IDT 1050s in my hand, it's probably because they are already off of my car. And currently, right now, as you're even looking at my car, um, I am going on the last round of trying to get this thing fully tuned and taken care of. And the aftermath of Ford Takeover is that I just really want this thing to run right. Since I put the AC on and pretty much gotten everything buttoned up to the way I wanted to, everything is doing what it's supposed to do. It's just having a hard time running with the tune that's in it. I took the tune that was put in it last year because it just wasn't working out, and I reloaded the tune. Shout out to my buddy Mike in Chicago, man, with TNT Speed. I put his tune in the car, but when he tuned the car, he didn't tune it to have AC, and nor did he tune it for the level of boost that I changed the car up to now. And so, long story short, as of this video, those injectors have been removed, and hopefully, by the time you see this video, the car will be tuned and back running. So the car is down right now, but this is the aftermath of going to this level of an event, and this is what happens every now and then. And so, for me personally, I just want to get the car running and running well. And when you go to events like this, it's guys like this guy that's coming up right here, Jesse. It really puts you in a different mindset. Like, check it out.
I told you. I told you. I told you.
So now that you have seen that clip, it's just a perfect example of, man, Jesse Carr, and this is the thing, you get around these cars. Jesse Carr ran very clean, and I knew Jesse was going to have way more horsepower than me. I think he had like 955 to the rear tire. He had the highest horsepower Fox body at the event, and I already knew that. You can look at his setup; you already know he runs it on the track. He had the computer there. He did one pull and was like, "All right, I'm good." Like we knew that he was going to be able to steal the show with that. I wasn't shooting for that. I wanted to know where my car was at, and bottom line, my car ain't went nowhere since the last time I was on that dyno at Ford Takeover 2 years ago, and I actually did 738. And so I say all that to say the aftermath and the reality of Ford Takeover for me is that I want to be done with the running aspect of this car. I would be lying to you all if I said I am done with the car. These things never stop. It just is what it is. But there's an aspect of it that I do want to be done with, and that is drivability and running. I really want this. I want to be able to start the car up, it started up, cold start, and it run. And not because of E85, it does all this up and down, up and down. You got to wait for it to get a little bit warm for it to keep a set idle. I want to be able to turn the AC on and then not die, things of that nature. And then I also want to be able to possibly get to the horsepower number that I've been trying to get to forever. And it's just time to make that move. And so the decision that was made was that I went with some Bosch 210 injectors. I reached out to a few people who have similar setups, if not better setups. They gave me some tips. It was FIC 1200s. Did not want to go with the ID 1300s because they was like 2 grand. Ain't nobody, they the $1,800. I ain't spending that level of money on no injectors. But the Bosch 210s, based on the feedback that I have been given, have been working well. And so I will have an update soon on what's going to happen with the car after the tune. I'm just praying it just don't blow up. That's my only hope is that it don't blow up. But yeah, injectors off, new plugs out. And man, the reality of Ford Takeover is that was it a great event? Yeah. But I still got work to do on my car. And the goal is this aspect of my car, the running aspect. There are other things that I need to do, but that aspect, I just want to be locked down. And so just want to give you all a quick update. Thank you, Caleb, for another amazing year, another amazing event, man. You are definitely the goat in this community, in this YouTube community. We're bringing everybody together from all different places of the world and uniting everybody. So I'll give a special thanks to you and special thanks to all the people that supported me, came through. You bought a shirt, you got a Bill versus Bard shirt or a Fox Body is greater than everybody shirt. Thank you all so much much for purchasing the merch. And so if you like this video, like and subscribe. Go to builtversusbought.com to get your new apparel. That is how you support this channel. I'm not asking for donations or money. YouTube don't give me no money. This stuff is funded by me. All I'm asking is go buy a shirt, man. Go buy you a shirt. That's it. And show your love. It's your boy Kendall Sean, Bill versus Bought. I'm out.